So let's see the first one, theta. So theta, as we explained, it is the impact of time decay on the premium. Okay, so we are actually trying to map the time is equal to money. The more time it has, the option premiums are higher, and as the time decreases and approaches the contract expiry date, then the option premiums also decrease. So let's take an example here. We'll choose Reliance as our stock, and let's assume that it's currently trading at rupees 2000, and the strike price at which we are going to do the option trading, let's choose it to be 2100. And let's assume the contract expiry date is end of the current month. And also, let's assume that the price of the Reliance share was moving sideways the whole month and never crossed even 2050. Okay, so the strike price at which we have done the trade is 2100. So when 2100 was the strike price at the beginning of the month, the option premium would have been somewhere, say, approximately like rupees 20. But end of the first week, and we have seen here that the premium has dropped to rupees 18. The reason being, the market is not moving drastically in either direction. The Reliance share is somewhere between 2000 and 2050 or something like that. Okay, so since it is still moving in that direction and the strike price of 2100 was being traded at rupees 20 in the beginning of the month, and after the first weekend, the price of that option premium would drop by certain amount. Let's assume that it has dropped by rupees 2, so it landed at rupees 18, which means that the price of the Reliance stock at the beginning of the month was 2000, and it was still struggling to go across even 2050 in the end of first week. So it might be hindering around, like, say, 2005 or 2010, something like that. So the probability of this crossing 2100 by end of the contract expiry, we only have 3 more weeks left, and hence the option premium dropped by, say, 2 rupees. And say the price of the Reliance stock was at 2020 at the end of second week, then obviously still the option premium would still drop further. Okay, because the time is gradually decreasing and it is getting closer to the contract expiry. So we only have 2 more weeks left, and it has to cross rupees 2100 in only 2 weeks. So if it had 4 weeks, the option premium was 20 rupees, but it now has only 2 more weeks left, hence the option premium fell to rupees 13. And further delay, okay, say in the end of third week, it is at 2030 or 2040. Then the 2100 strike price option premium would be probably trading at rupees 8 as the premium. Okay, and say we entered into the last week, and almost like there are just a couple of days left, and the stock is still trading below 2050 itself. So there would be a drastic fall in the option premium, and it would probably be even lingering around, like, say, rupees 1 or 2 in the last week or the last few days before the expiry, because the probability of the stock crossing 2100 is very, very little, and hence the option premium also drops. So the point here is the option premiums, which will be higher at the beginning of the month, or if it has a larger time left in it for it to complete before the contract expiry. So as the time decreases and as we get closer and closer to the contract expiry date, okay, then the option premium also falls, and that is where the option sellers take the advantage and try to benefit and get the profits. Time decay is the best friend for option sellers. So here is an image that will give you an idea how the option premium works with respect to time to expiry. Okay, so here this is the x-axis which says number of days remaining to expiry. At the beginning, say if we had like 120 days for the contract to expire, so it has a lot of days. In that scenario, say the option premium was at close to 350, but say after 20 days, then if the market is still moving at the sideways level, or if it is dropping, in either case, let's assume that it is trading at the sideways level, then the option premium would also drop slightly, and maybe it comes close to 300 or 310. Okay, and as and when the time progresses and it gets closer and closer to the contract expiry, in such scenario, it will fall down and it will almost reach close to zero on the exact day of expiry if the market has not crossed that particular strike price. And hence, all the rupees 350, whatever the seller has pocketed at the beginning of the month when selling this option, is going to take all that profit with him. Hope it is clear for you how the time factor affects the option premium. So now let us look at the next option grid, which is called as delta.